All right. What's going on, guys? Do you hear me? We're ready to get this party started. So yeah, same deal as yesterday. Let me know if A, you guys can hear me, and B, if the music is too loud. In fact, I'm a bit tired today, so we're gonna need some heavier music. Let's go with, what's this? Let's see how far we can get. All right, so oh, hello, familiar people. Man, it's so hot here. How are you? How's life? It's kind of late where you're at. So yeah, we're gonna update my machine and we're gonna pick up where we left off yesterday. In fact, we're gonna go and fork the repository. Maybe we can start by doing that actually. Not this one. Why are there so many of them? Hold up. I think I started it here. I wanted to start it here. That makes more sense. All right, so we were here. So yesterday I accidentally cloned the repository. Yeah, I know that happens to the best of us. All right, so I want to fork it this time, and I want to fork it under dev inside you, and PFP as shopping cart. Yeah, let's leave it as is. Yeah, all good here. All good here. All right, so let's go grab this thing. And let's go into GitHub, and we're gonna take dev inside you, and we're gonna do that. And over here, we're going to, wait, what? That's not what I wanted. Okay, like that. Okay, so like this, like that. Yeah, that makes way more sense. All right, so we're gonna go over here and we're gonna see how I call the branch. How did I call the branch? Diamonds, makes sense. All right, so we're gonna go up and up again, and come on, just go there. And we're gonna go into dev inside you, PFP shopping cart, and we're just gonna create a branch called diamonds. And now we're going to copy, go up, and one more into Volpe and PFPS. Well, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the Git directory, and then I think if I do star, it's not gonna copy over the dot files. Let's try with the star first. Yes, of course, forgot the -r. All right. So let's have a look. I might have not changed anything in the dot files actually. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Let's just do SBT test and see what's up. Man, cables are annoying. Where are you at? What's up in your life? Look at that, that's a green. So we didn't really break it. All right. Shoving guard. Yep. Wake up, Mr. Metals. Yep, that's pretty much what up. Yep, we added all of that stuff. Yep, it's all good. It looks like I didn't mess it up. You guys are being oddly quiet. Raise your hand if you were here yesterday. All right, let's do a Cascade compile. So if you were not here yesterday, we are rewriting the awesome shopping cart application to the diamond architecture. So yesterday we did this. In fact, I just want to see the file. I don't want to see that. All right. So we did this. And in fact, if in the future we're going to divide this into core headers, which is stuff, and into like the actual core, then we might as well right away call this one like this. Right. This way, you know, it will be much easier to just like copy that to a different file, because companion objects cannot live in a different directory. All right, so we need to decide what we're going to do today, because we could either go like horizontally, you know, go through all the what are they called here, services, I believe, which I call you know, use cases. Was it in modules? No, it wasn't service. What's in modules? Oh, okay. So yeah, so we can either go like through these and just like port all of them, but I think that would be kind of boring, because like it's gonna be like the same pattern and stuff. I think we might as well just go and implement this gate over here. This is going to be a little bit more fun because we get to do some other things. Yeah, I think this is what we're gonna do. I wanted to double check one thing. So that thing over here, no, not that thing. That thing. Yeah, so we had to put it in a different, we had to take it out. And I believe that it's because we have this one. I know, okay, so this is exactly what I was afraid. Okay, cool. Okay, so the thing is that we didn't want to have decoders and encoders here, and so we removed it, and therefore, okay, cool. Okay, one of the issues that we're gonna run into a bit later is that, you know, we put it into a companion object. And like this is one of the problems in Scala 2, because in Scala 3 you have top level definitions, and so when you have something like I don't know, this thing, okay, you can just have it at the top level, okay, and over here we're forced to put it into something like an object, a class, or a trait. And I started using like a package object, but I already know that we're gonna run into trouble later, because we're gonna have like let's say persistence layer. And it's going to have a dependency on core, and it's going to have exactly the same package, right? It's going to be like in dev.inside you, Shopee, users. And so we're not going to be able to create yet another package object. Like in Scala 3, this would not be a problem, because, you know, we could mix the top level definitions. But over here, we won't be able to. So probably at some point, I will convert this into something like, yes, human. So we'll convert this into something like core users, and it's going to stop being a package object. But we're actually going to leave it like this until this becomes an issue. All right. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to go and implement this gate. Okay. So I'm going to find users, how it was done like in the previous one, and let's see. So we have users over here. Okay, so the implementation for find is like, it's, you know, the simplest one. So we're just gonna go grab this thing. Okay, so we need to do like postgres.use, and postgres is just a resource over a session, and this is like skunk stuff. Okay, so if you haven't seen this in my Techless Final series, right? So yeah, so this is skunk stuff. Skunk is a native driver for Postgres. It's a driver in the top level ecosystem, so it's all Techless Final and stuff. Okay, so okay, hold up, that's an interesting session. Oh no, okay, the name just confused me. Okay, ID. Oh, we're using ID. Okay, ID make okay, that's just a helper. Okay, that's fine. All right, so what we are going to do is that we are going to the build file. Well, actually, we're going to commit this thing. Okay, just like that. So we're gonna go to the build file, and we're gonna find our core. Okay, and we're going to copy it like this, and we're going to paste it above. And so this one is going to be called 02, and it's going to be like the output. In fact, it's actually kind of weird because like in the upcoming video, I actually explained why I call it like this. So basically over here in yeah, let's see this one. Okay, so like over here, make it bigger. Come on. Here, this one is bigger. Okay, well, this is also was the, so this is what we're doing, right? We're having a core. In fact, we don't have a utils. Okay, so this is what we're doing. Okay, so we have the core, and now we're going to have something like this, and it's on the second sort of like grid layer level thingy, and so we're going to call it like 02-O for output, because this is something that core needs. These ones are going to be called like 02-I for like input. I couldn't come up with something better. I wanted like one letter, you know, so this is going to be like 02-I, this is going to be 02-O. And if we're going to have utils, it's going to be C for common. Okay, so this is going to be like 02-C. All right, cool. So let's go there. And so this is going to be O, and this is going to be Postgres. And what are we using? Well, we're using skunk. Okay. So this is how I said we should call them, right? I wonder if we should do db hyphen post persistence hyphen db. Okay, yeah. So let's just do that. Okay. So persistence hyphen db hyphen postgres hyphen skunk. Okay, this is how we did it, right? Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, so what are we doing? We're persisting data. How we're persisting it? We could, you know, persist it into a file. We could persist it in memory. We could persist it in DB. Which DB is Postgres? Which library are we using? Is skunk. Okay, so this is the name, and we're gonna grab it over here, and well, no, like this. Okay, so in fact, I just realized that, you know, this one is going to be called just like this, right? So this is the name of the project. This is the name of the directory. Okay. So we don't need any of the libraries, right? Because they're going to come in transitively, okay? Because we're going to say over here, depends on core, and hold on, does he have something like this so that I don't have to remember how to do this? No, okay. I believe it's like compile, test. I don't remember. We need to check it out. real quick. So let's go to ga.insideu.com. Okay, so we need to look into util, and there's this thing called, damn, first try, check it out. Compile, test. Compile, test, yeah. Okay, so we might as well just like grab this thingy. Okay, so where are we gonna put it? Somewhere at the bottom maybe, like here. That's not what I want. All right. So that's going to be a lazy val CCTT. And if you're not familiar with this, and by the way, guys, ask questions. So if you're not familiar with this, like this is a way for SBT to tell it to have a dependency not only from the compile scope on the compile scope, which is the default, but also to have tests depend on the other tests. I'm not sure if we will need it, but this is how I do this by default. Okay, so this is going to be CCTT. Okay. So the name is going to be, well, usually I just remove the name because SBT can, just grab it from here, so this is going to be the name. In fact, what are we using over here? Yeah, the name, we can also remove it. Okay, so we have this. All we need to do is we need to bring in the skunk libraries, okay? And we didn't remove the big ball of mud, so now we can just go and copy paste stuff from there. Probably we'll also need FS2. In fact, let's actually just let's just grab everything over here and go over here and just paste it like this. Okay, so we already have these. We already have that. I'm not sure. No, we'll definitely need cats effect. Retry is a good question. Yeah, we need retry. Did we leave it in the core? No, we didn't. Yeah, that's correct. Because retrying is something that should be done like on the lower level. Cersei. I don't remember if we need Cersei. I don't think we need Cersei because we don't need any JSON for skunk. Yeah. Cyrus is. Oh, yesterday when I saw Cyrus, I thought it was the CI. Now I'm realizing that's just a config library. You guys didn't correct me yesterday. All right, so it's just a config library. So we might actually need it. I need to find where we are creating a resource of a session. Okay, maybe just session. Okay, hold up. Security, app resource supervisor, logger. Where's the session? Make, okay, config, Postgres. What is that? Yeah. So it comes from res, which comes from here, which comes from here. So check Postgres connection, make app config, Postgres config. Okay, so this is just a config, great. So we have the config here, there we go. Okay, so we're going to have, yeah, so we're going to have this case class which represents the config for the database, but we're not going to load it. Yeah, that's gonna happen somewhere else. Okay, so we're not gonna need it. So we're not going to need Cyrus. We already have those two. Yeah, we already have those two, right? So we have corn cats, exactly. So we don't need corn cats, but we might need Cersei because I forgot. We probably need FS2. We definitely don't need HTTP at the database layer. Crypto, probably we're hashing passwords. I'm gonna leave it. Logging, I know that skunk requires tracing. Let's leave it for now. Monocle. We already have monocle. I'm sure that we already have monocle in the core. Yeah, we do. All right, monocle. New type, already have new type. Redis, we are not going to need Redis. Refined core and cats, we definitely already have it. Refined core and cats, yes. We definitely have them. Okay, skunk, that's why we're here. Obviously, skunk we already have. Okay, so to do, make sure, well, ensure that we actually need it. And same thing over here and over here. All right, so, no. Okay. So, so we need to register as well, right, in the aggregate thing. So where's the aggregate thing? Over here. No, like this. All right. So let's see what SBT says. We are here, right? So this one we can pretty much remove actually. Okay, even like, yeah, like this. Okay, there we go. How many of you guys are here? Let me see. 4. Same 4, hopefully. Do you guys have any questions to what is happening? Let's just run a test. All right, nice. So we can switch to, hold up, projects. Okay, so we can switch into project persistent skunk, and we're just going to compile it. All right, which means that we can import the build over here. That's boring stuff. Where are you, chat? Talk to me. Oh man, I hate this cable. All right, too late. Okay, so it's finished, and we should have over here our 02 persistence core and stuff. Okay, so ooh, new subscriber, welcome if you're here. So if we were to go to, well, we have only one boundary. Okay, so close the others. All right, so this is a fun thing. Okay, so I always prefer to have a gate like as a facade. So if I were to if I were to go to the gate, I would actually always like split it into multiple traits, right? Because like if you remember this picture over here, right? We need like in this case we would need like 8 traits, right? And so in this particular case we need only 1. So this is going to be we could call it DB, we could call it Postgres. It doesn't really matter. We don't need to abstract it like super hardcore, you know. Let's call it storage. Okay. Well, particular case actually, you know, like this whole thing is going to be storage, right? So this is storage, and at the gate is simply going to extend storage. What the hell did I just do? So this is going to be extends storage, okay? And we're going to have an object gate, which is going to have a def make over here, right? And so like given some parametric f, okay, and given the storage for this f, and somehow we're going to produce the gate, right? And unfortunately we're in Scala 2, so we kind of need to go like this. Okay, and metals will generate things for us, right? Like this, implement them. Okay, like this, like this, like that. Okay, so this thing over here is just gonna do like storage.find username, and this thing over here is going to do storage.create username password, like this. And the same thing happened as yesterday when we asked metals to generate it. Somehow, like these types was like new types and all of that stuff, they were too hardcore for metals to figure out. Okay, so we need to fix it ourselves. Let's see if we fixed all of them. Type is match. Okay, over here there's an any. Okay, so it needs to be a user ID. Okay. So wrong place. No, hold on. User ID. There we go. So why is our, hold up. Yeah, I find this too much. Let's do like 0. Okay, so 100 is way more pleasant. Okay, and there we go. Which means boundary fit. So essentially this is just what's it called? So gate is a facade now, and this is just like a delegation thing. Like in Scala 3, we would just be able to do export storage.star, and it will just do like all of that stuff for us, which would be really awesome. But Scala 2, so we kind of need to do it ourselves. All right, so this means now that we can go into here, right, and we can just create a new file, and we're going to call it source main Scala dev inside you, and it's still going to be Shopee users, and now it's going to be called storage implementation, or we could even call it by the name of the database. This way you can always like I don't know, like if you're searching for Postgres code, you can literally search for a file called Postgres. Okay, so storage Postgres, something like this. We don't even need the impl, but I'm gonna leave impl, whatever. Okay, like this. Okay, so there we go. Why metals did not create stuff for us? I thought we were friends. All right, so let's just go to the gate, and this is like the beauty of this thing. So we're just gonna copy it like this and paste it over here. Okay, and so over here we're going to have an object. I'm gonna call it storage Postgres implementation, and it's going to have like a def make given some f. Somehow we're going to produce the storage for f. In fact, in this particular case, we probably need to produce an f of a storage. We'll see it in a second. Okay, so it's a new storage for f, like that, and let's see if metals is helpful. Like this, like that, and ooh, why did it figure out this time? That's interesting. And by the way, like, see, like it thinks that we need to import like that stuff, but we don't. It's fine. It's fine without it, because we're using like these databases. If you're not familiar with them, these are just like syntactic sugar for this, right? Like this, and like that, and like that, and like that, right? Like it's literally the same thing, and therefore, we see the things that are inside of, of users. We see the things that are inside of Shopee. We see the things that are inside of dev inside. All right, and this is just like syntactic sugar for exactly. I really love it, because this way you don't like. I find it like there are obviously exceptions to everything, but if you need to import your own stuff, at least in Scala, there's probably a way to avoid it. Especially if you like import your own stuff and you rename it, like then just go and rename it. It's your own stuff, right? All right, so find and create. Let me actually go and pin. I can actually find it, right? So it's here, right? So let me actually pin this guy, because we're always going to like see how it's done. Okay, so it creates a users of f. which is fine. Okay, so I thought it would create actually an f of users of f, but okay, it's fine. Okay, so now basically, like we should be able to like almost literally copy everything except for this thing. We'll have to change like a teeny tiny bit. Okay, so let's just go and say that we need this. Okay, yeah, let's start with that. So we don't need the boundary. We don't need the gate. It's not going to change. We don't need that. Okay, so this is the only thing that we need. Maybe we can actually do that. Oh, we cannot do that because we have only one. Because I need to like unpin it. Okay, so let me actually like go like put it down. Let's see if it's gonna be like good for us. Okay, so we should be able to grab this guy. Okay, go over here and paste. Okay, so let's see if we need some imports. Resource not found. Gets effect kernel resource. Is this? When did it move there? No, that's not how I want it to be. Hold on, it should come from cat's effect. Yeah. Not found session, correct. So this is from skunk. Okay, cool. So it works, okay? It works, but we're not using it yet. Cool. So let's see what we're gonna need here. Let's just grab it. Let's just grab it. Let's just grab it and paste it over here. It's like that's what I mean. Like it's already an application that is written in a really good style. You know, it's already like against interfaces and everything. And so, you know, we will be able to just copy paste a bunch of stuff. Okay, so not found. Select user. Okay, so select user is probably like a codec. Okay, so this is a query. Okay, so let's see where we are. It's in the same file. Okay. It's a val. It's probably in the companion object, right? Yeah. User SQL. No, it's not in the companion object. Interesting. Yeah, like I don't want to change too much. So we're just gonna yank around this thing and like let's just like progress as fast as we can. Okay, so I'm gonna do like private object user SQL for now. Okay, and could not found user. Did we not have user? All right, let's see. User. Okay, so it's probably so it's one more of those, and this is one of those things that I haven't even talked about in the next video. But for now it's fine. So let's just grab it, okay? Because it has a user ID. Yeah. Okay, fine. So let's just grab user. And so now we're realizing, okay, we kind of need this type. Somehow we did not need it in the core. And therefore we should be able to like put it somewhere here, right? Like why do we even need it? You know, why do we even need it? Because we just want to use it like for like selection stuff. Okay, so this is some private stuff. So why don't we just go and put it here then? You know, so we're just gonna make it final. Decoder encoder, we probably don't need that. We probably don't even need show, but let's just go like this for now. All right, so these are skunk. I believe they're called twiddles or something. Okay, hold on. We need an import for derive. Oh, interesting. I know we're in the wrong file. Okay, because I thought all of a sudden we need Cersei, but we should not require to need Cersei. English. All right, user ID. So user ID. Okay. Oh, actually, the music is starting to repeat. Let's go and do something like. since wave. All right. Okay, so these are codecs and they are all in one place, which is something that I don't like because like literally like this user's thing, like this. Well, this is username. Where's the user? Where's the one for user? Hold up. User encrypted password. Okay, so this is the user ID, username, encrypted password. Okay, and this is how you create the user and the password. Okay. Okay, so there's no... Interesting. Okay, so essentially we can just grab these, and for now I'm just gonna like throw them all in here. Okay, so we don't need money. Okay, so it's like this, and therefore we need a couple of like imports. Probably this is the one that we want. Yeah, so we have our codecs. We cannot derive stuff. I don't even know if we need show, but just in case we need it, why not? Where were we? It's here, right? So what do we need? Okay, so probably just that one, right? So let's put them over here for now. That's found value show. Okay, so it's this one. All right, this one. I actually don't remember the shortcut to like go up and down. Okay, so I think I just like switch them. Yeah, so this like switches them. Maybe control up, alt up, no, shift up, no idea. All right, so could not type check show. We'll try unqualified mode. If your local import for an object replaces with package level import. Wow, really? Okay, so I guess I cannot do, like, I need to erase this one. No, this one. Interesting. So now it worked. Okay, can I move this one down? Interesting, I didn't know that it worked. Like, I've never used this library. All right, so I just want to keep it like a little bit close to this stuff because maybe we will like move it. Okay, and in fact, I would want to. I would even want to move this private object like inside of this object, but because like this private stuff doesn't really work with these things, right? Because everything is going to be inside of this package, so you can see private stuff. Yeah, so let's just go like this, right? To move this inside of the object. What did I call it? This one of the object, like this. Okay. So next thing, value blah 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 is not okay. So this is just not here, codecs. So it's probably skunk dot underscore. Do we have skunk dot underscore? We do. So interesting. Do we have this one? We do, right? Skunk codec. This is interesting. It's not a member of user. Okay, maybe we should bring these ones up as well. That was a wild guess. Oh, this thing doesn't compile. When did it stop compiling? Oh, just now. Okay. IMAP username value. I believe that there is some. I believe this has something to do with the tag types, and there's probably an implicit somewhere that does like this whole weird thingy for tag types. Let's just like manually try to find it. No, it's not. So importing like all the domains. Squon's market. So we're not doing anything with market. Like what is there? Yeah, we're not doing anything with market. There has to be something why this doesn't compile. So usually when, maybe because of that thing, value SQL is not a member of string context. So that's probably also because some stuff is missing. Do we even have user? We do. Maybe this needs to be a, no, it can't be a top level thing. Username. Where's username? Query codec. Codec. Username. So we're not using the queries yet. So let's see, maybe something else doesn't compile. We're not using the queries yet. We're not using this. Okay, so should be able to like comment it out for now. Okay, so we're hunting like only one thing. So value, that thing is not a member of user. So this means that it's some sort of implicit, right? But we are importing skunk protocol. We are importing skunk. Maybe there's another import over here. Shop SQL codecs, no. Skunk implicits, this is the one that we're missing. There we go. There we go, first try. All right, so that thing now works. That thing now works. Nice, 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 nice. All of this works, which means over here we can import user SQL, right? Let me see where imports it. Okay, like here. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it like this for now. Like, see, like this is something that I don't like, where you have to like import your own stuff. But fine. Okay, so value map is not okay. So we need a functor, and which means that we need like we need cats, and we need cats syntax all. Okay, could not find for monad cancel. Okay, so we actually need a monad cancel. Okay, no, cancel. Wrong number of type parameters should be 2. Really? Ah, okay. What is the difference? I still don't know what the difference is between monad cancel throw and monad throw. Monad cancel throw is a monad cancel of throwable. So, did they removed? Oh, did they rename it? Did they rename it? I thought it was called like monad throw. Doesn't it exist anymore? Ah, I think I know. It was colliding like in cats and cats effect. Yeah, monad throw is now where? Yeah, so monad throw is in cats, and monad cancel throw is in cats effect. Yeah, so this is why, like, they renamed it, and because like usually like you would import like catset underscore, and you would import like cats effect underscore, and then it would like say, hey, you're importing monad throw like twice. By the way, this is a nice VS Code feature that shows you like that this is a Unicode character. could be confused with the character T, which is more common in source code. Fun stuff. Okay, this is actually not supposed to be T. It's supposed to be like upper and lower bound. All right, so I'm not sure why you would go with monad cancel throw though, because it's the same thing. So I'm just gonna go with monad throw. All right, so we have the monad throw. Could not find implicit value of parameter. Really? It can't be. Like, it's the same thing, isn't it? Wow. It is. Am I blind? Like, monad cancel throw is monad cancel. Oh, monad cancel is something. Hold up. I'm curious now. Let me see the type again. Monad cancel is just a monad error. And the monad throw is also just a monad error. Oh, no. It is the same. Oh, okay. Oh, you can change the type here. Well, yeah, you can change the type here. That makes sense. But over here, you can't. Do you guys see the difference between like this thing, that thing? I don't see the difference. Anyhow. So now we don't need cats. But I like cats. All right. So I don't like the fact that we need to import this, and we are in a package anyway. So we should be able to, well, put this import up. And I don't even know if we actually need the show, right? And we can just remove these guys like this. Okay. And in fact, let's make like everything like private here. Here, even here, and here, like everything like inside of this thing is like private. I guess that's why he created an object. Okay, private escapes is defined scope as part of blah blah blah. Really? We're returning a user? Hold up. No, we don't. Hold up. Private class user escapes is defined as scope as part of Shopee user storage postgres implementation dot user. Okay, so I guess the companion object that is being generated is like this. That's why it wasn't in the private object. Fine, whatever. Okay, I guess we can go back a little bit like this. At least I want to have this object inside of this thing. Private object. What was it called before? User SQL. User SQL. Okay, like this. What am I doing? Missing closing brace, correct. Okay, so well, maybe we can actually, can we do that? Not found value user SQL. Is it like all caps here and here? Oh, funny, it's enough. Okay, but I don't want to change like too much. User dot SQL. I'm always gonna keep saying that I don't want to change too much, but I believe that accidentally we're kind of changing a lot. Okay, val blah blah blah. Okay, so there we go. So this is the implementation of find. The implementation for create should also be relatively simple. Okay, so we need to be able to generate IDs. So we need to go grab this guy over here. Notice that both letters are capital because there's a cats.id, which is like an identity type class thingy. So let's just grab this one, and these things are Hold up. Well, GenuID and ID is, why are they separate? ID and GenuID. Wait a minute. Okay, so this one can make and read. And the other one can make and read. Okay, so this is just a summoner. Whoa. Why? Okay, so I guess the difference is that over here we don't need I don't get it. I think this one does more. It has like this is UID thing. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and even the trait is here. Yeah, so I'm not going to split them up. I'm not going to split them up into like different packages. I really don't like importing my own stuff. So I'm just gonna grab like GenuID, and it seems like we only need it here. So, and it's like a general thing. So I'm just gonna paste it like over here. Right, and the package is going to be the same as over here. Right, like this. Okay, so this is GenuID, and it works because we have like getSpec and all this stuff. We also had like ID, and okay, it goes to isUID. So let's go to isUID, and that's like derive and stuff. Yeah, so until like, well, that's the thing. Like when I usually do this, like the core wouldn't even know that we're dealing with UUIDs. I'm just suspecting that at some point we're going to need this thing at the very top, like in the core. But until then we don't. So let's just grab it again and bring it over here. Just in dev inside you. Paste. This is again that thing that we just don't need. Let me grab like one of my imports. There's like one of mine. Like this one. Yank that. Go to the top, just paste it, and it should just compile. Yeah. So yeah, like again, like this is like one of those things where you can already like see the benefits. Like we have less imports, right? It's the same thing. I just copy pasted it, but we have less imports, right? I'm just importing the UID monocle ISO, and that's it. And why? It's because derive, this thing, is somewhere at the very top, but it's in the same package, right? So it's over there. See, it's in the same. It's under inside you, dev inside you derive, right? So it's like in dev inside you, and so it's visible. So we don't need to import it because it's our stuff. Why would we import our stuff? All right. So now we can go and grab ID, which uses this, it uses that. So yeah, we should be able to just go and grab it. We have GenuID, we have isUID. Yeah, we should be able to just go grab it. And again, just put it there. Our things, ink it here. here. Therefore, we can remove these guys, and that's it. I also don't like, these imports. I just like, if you want cats, then just get cats, okay? Like this, whatever. Like usually, like, if it's one thing, I like to import it. If it's more than one thing, I like to do an underscore, but I don't know. The older you get, the kind of like lazier you get. It's like, if I want to change things, I want to minimize the diffs and so on. Okay, so we got like all of this stuff. And so in our users, we can go and use it without any imports. Okay. So let's like close others. Okay, so this is actually going to be some fun part, because over here, we yank it and I'm going to paste it, right? Like over here, we changed the type, right? So we're returning this either. Okay, so let's see for now what doesn't compile. Okay, so couldn't find an implicit value. Implicit value what? For Gen UUID. Okay, so it's being like the wrong one. This is not ID. There's So we have like Gen UUID, no explicit. This is a weird error message. We should not be getting an error message like this. I know it's correct. For dev inside your Shopee users.gen. Actually, that's why I was surprised. So this is not like the package that we're like wrong. It should be like this, and therefore like this, and therefore like this. Okay, it's like at the top, right? So this is why I was surprised. The error message should be like much smaller. Yeah, it should be just dev inside your Gen UUID. Yeah, we don't have it because we didn't say that we need it. Right over here. Okay, Gen UUID. Right, so this is what we have over here as well, Gen UUID. Okay. So next thing, not found username in use. Okay, so he actually also did something like this, right? So username in use. That's actually good because like I created my own, so we can reuse his. Yeah, username in use. Okay, great. So we can just grab it and we can actually go to the boundary, right? And it uses here. Where's the... No, not the boundary, the gate, right? We have like this user already exists. Okay, so we don't need that. We can just do that. Okay. So username in use. Okay, so that's great because we don't need to create our own crap. Username in use. Okay, which means that we need to go over here. Username in use. That's perfect. Right, so the only thing that I wanted to change is that we communicated to the core differently, right? Username in use. Okay, like this. Okay, great. So same thing. Username in use. Okay, type mismatch correctly. Okay, so over here, right, all I wanted is that we now, instead of raising the arrow, we're just gonna like wrap it into left. That's all I wanted. Okay, this is gonna be left, and therefore it's gonna be a pure F. Okay, in fact, hold up. So we have dot as ID. I think that's fine. That's all we need. Okay, found f of left, required f of user ID. And this is probably should be right. Okay, found left, right, exactly. So we just need to, this is like one of those like thingies, right? Either username in use or user ID. One more. What? Not found. Oh, use. Okay, what now? Okay, found f of left, required f of either username and use or user ID. Oh yeah, that's the problem. Okay, I know. Okay, so we need to do, this is one of those things that like it exists in cats, but I believe the Scala standard library added it at some point. I think it's called Wiz, right, or something like this. No, hold on. Left. So as left is inside of cats, I believe, but there was like. Okay, let's see. Let's make a compile first. As left user ID like this. Okay, and now we can like that thing. No, we can't. Oh yeah, so we can't because like over here we need to do the same trick, right? As right and user name and use. This is, by the way, one of those things where you know, people complain about tagless final, about type inference and stuff. So I don't remember how it was in the standard library, but standard library introduced like the same thing at some point. Like maybe this is the one from the standard library. Is it? No, this is from cats. There was like, I believe it was called Wiz left or something like this. Wiz, oh come on, metals, help, help. Come on, really? Or I believe it's called like Wiz or something. No? Okay, I press tab and now I'm waiting. No. Left. Left. Man, this really bothers me. Do you guys remember? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Are you even here? Sort of. 4 of you are here. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the Scala standard library introduced a method at some point that would create an either in such a way that that you need to specify the type on the other side, and therefore you don't end up with like an either something and nothing. This really bothers me. I really want to know. Scala either API. That's the right projection. Either. Okay. By the way, one tiny cool thing about the API, you can actually click on this and it will jump from the object to the trait or a class. In our case, we don't need it, but I'm just gonna click on it so that you guys can see. See, now we're in the class and you can view the companion object. Actually, I do want to see the class. How was it? Right, left, read line, right. This implicit is probably somewhere in pre-dev. Let's go and see if we can. With right. I was trying to do like with. Okay, so with right, let's say int. No, it's not with right. This is like, I had something similar in my head. Like with right, it should be something like with right. We need to like time box this thing, but I really want to find it. Okay, so either. No. Either. Come on, it was somewhere. Oh, see, what? So you would do like... Oh, okay. I am sure that it's part of the standard library now. Let's just try here. Was it right? No. With... Why is there no auto completion? Like... No, I just want to remember. It just bothers me that I remember that it exists in the standard library, and I just wanted to remember how it's called. There's absolutely no difference in what you want to use. Yeah, in fact, whatever, we're giving it up. All right, so we kind of like finished the database stuff. So this is kind of like what I meant yesterday, and by the way, I'm pretty sure that we don't even need show, right? Like we don't need show. Yeah, we don't need show, and therefore we don't need like this stuff, right? And like this was the reason why we ended up like introducing the object. Like I'm itching like to remove the object again, but I'm sure that at some point we will need something from that thing. In any case, okay, so we have this thing. The only like other thing that I want, and by the way, I don't want to keep like this one here. Let's bring it up. Okay. All right. So, so what I want to do is I want to have, because like this is the place that knows that we're using Postgres. This is the place that knows that we're using Skunk. And so I want to have a thing that knows how to create this session. So we need to find this place that I found in the beginning of the stream. And I forgot again where it was. I think it was in modules. Probably here. This does not look like it's here. Programs? No. Clients. I'm just like randomly clicking around. Resources? Okay. App resources. I think it was here. Yeah, so this part. Like this thing should live over there. So it needs a config. Okay. Let's just go grab it. So I'm just gonna call it session or something. And it doesn't really matter, but I think this is the first one that I'm going to put into not just dev inside you, but I'm going to put it into dev inside you Shopee, because like this is the database just for Shopee. You know, if we think about like microservices and whatever. So I'm gonna put it there. New Scala file, and it's going to be an object, and we're gonna call it. Well, we're gonna call it Postgres connection session, Postgres session, something like this. How did we call it storage Postgres implementation? Yeah, let's do like storage Postgres session. Why introduce new word? Storage Postgres session. Okay, and so we're gonna go over here and do that and just paste it over here, and we're going to go grab. Did I want to grab? Well, we'll just figure out the imports on our own, but we also need like this thing. Okay, non-empty string is a non-empty string. Secret. Okay, where's the secret? Ooh. Oh. Wow. Okay. Okay, so this is a little bit problematic. Let me think real quick. So this secret bothers me because, like, just because of this thing, like bringing in, because here's the thing, like the config is not going to be loaded here, and so this type is not going to exist here. So I'm going to remove the secret for now, and because it's probably just a wrapper around. It's just a wrapper around something interesting. Well, it does have these useful things. Huh. Let's see how we use it. Yeah, so see that this is exactly what I meant. Like, we just need the value. That's exactly what I meant. We just need the value. And the value is a password. Well, hold on. Okay, so the value is a non-empty string. So this is all we need. We just need a non-empty string. Okay. So this means that we would need to like copy paste this thing at some point. Okay, so this is a PostgreSQL config, and we only needed like I'm going to paste it over here for now because I know that Metals can extract this for us. Okay. All right, so we need to have the imports to, let's actually do it like that. App resources. Okay, so let's pin this. Let's pin that. Let's close to the right. Okay, so we're just gonna go like this, and we're just gonna like, well, first of all, we need to do that. Just gonna grab like all of these, just gonna like throw them in. We don't need that anyway. Not found value host, blah blah blah, not found. Yeah, so we need to go grab these from here. Yeah, I think we can just do like all types, all. Okay, so this thing compiles now. I didn't see this thing. Check Postgres. Let's remove it for now real quick. Okay. So we also need an F. Oh wait, come on. Okay. By the way, that's a good point because probably this creates a. Yeah, so we should probably create a resource of. Well, hold on. It creates a resource of app resources, but it's already like a session pool is already a resource of a resource. We should be fine like this. Session pooled app cannot find implicit value for. Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, let's go real quick. I'm super curious. I think it is. I think you're right. So it was here, right? Okay, so basically instead of this, right? So we would create a write, and then we would also like just help it out with the type user name in use. Come on. User name in. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly this thing, right? So it's exactly the same thing. Somehow, I don't know how, but cats always seems to be shorter. Okay, so again, like there's nothing wrong with like using cats. It's just that it's kind of cool to know that it's already in the standard library. Because initially it wasn't cats, Scala's and cats, they pioneered a bunch of this stuff. And yeah, so here we are. In fact, maybe because of this, let me actually check this real quick. Maybe because of this, we don't need this type. Yeah, exactly, because it already knows that we're dealing with an either over here. And maybe even we don't need this. Yeah, so see, like type inference improved a little bit. I actually remembered. Yeah, we had this in the boundary as well. Yeah, I think we're not gonna need this. Yeah, so it's gonna be like that. Could even be a one line, I don't know. But I prefer the other way around. So on one hand, like, people always complain about type inference in Tagless Final. But kind of like if you position your types correctly, like if your types are, like if it's already well typed, then Scala can actually infer quite a bit. Yeah, let's go back to that thing. Okay, so we were doing, and it said I couldn't find concurrent. Okay, so I guess we need concurrent. So the thing is that over here, it just kind of like assembles like everything in this in this case class, and we might do this at some point as well. But this is not how I want to do this. So like this, concurrent and network. It's basically like we just type like everything that it wants. Console. Oh, that's it. Okay, so that's it, and we're not gonna remove these guys because I want to see what this eval tab is all about. Check Postgres connection. Where was it? Postgres use session. Oh wow, okay. So this is like a small hack. For now we can do it like this as well, but we're going to clean it up in just a second. I don't like it. So let's just put it here. Yeah, so it's like the same, whoops. It's like the same F. Like this, okay. Flat map, okay, so it needs a monad. Not found, so what do we have here? Okay. Couldn't find implicit value for not cancel. Alright, so here we go again. So this is gonna be like this monad cancel throw thing, right? Not found type. Where was it? Was it not monad cancel throw? Monad throw cancel? What the hell was it? Monad cancel throw. It's probably in cat's effect, right? And we don't have it. That's fine. And metals was not helpful enough to import it. Right? Cat's effect. Oh, I want everything. Give me everything. I want everything. All right. Could not find a logger. Okay, so I guess we need a logger. Logger. All right. And okay, and therefore we need these guys here as well. So we need like a monad, and this is exactly why I want to clean this up, right? So that instead of, yeah, I'm gonna clean this up. I don't like this. So we're just gonna do like properly, and for now we're gonna do it like in the same file, right? So we're just gonna say like trait, check, Postgres, connection for some F, right? And it's just gonna have like a def while this thing essentially, right? And Well, none of that stuff, none of that stuff. And it's going to do like f of unit. And probably it's not even need this, right? So just like this, like that thing. Okay, and then the implementation, right, is gonna go like this. I mean, it's a little bit overkill, right? But this is exactly why, like, I don't want to put like monad cancel throw and logger over there. Okay, so we're just gonna have like def make over here, and now it's gonna need like this stuff. Like that. And this is the one that will need this thing. Okay, and so now it will somehow manage to produce the thing. Okay, of f. And how's it gonna do this? Well, it's gonna do it like this. Where's f? And I don't know if metals can generate it while our code doesn't compile. It cannot, which is fine because we're just gonna like cut this thing and go like this and paste it over here, and this is now an override, and we don't need like any of that stuff, any of that stuff, any of that stuff. And now it can even be a lazy val. Okay, like this. Okay, and so now we can just say give me like that thing. That's all I want. Like that thing, and we can get it implicitly like this, and then we're just gonna call that check plus connection for what found FF unit required resource blah. What? It was an FF unit, right? Check plus connection gives you FF unit. What did I do wrong? Check plus connection of F. Check plus connection. What's up? Found FF unit required a resource. Let's go and compare it with what is happening here. It's an FF unit. Eval tab, check post connection. It's all good. Do you guys see it? I don't see it. All right, let's remove it for now. Let's go here. Let's go first see if we can get it out. Right, so we're just gonna go like that, yank it, paste it over here, val thingy. Okay, whoa, how did this happen? No, like this. Okay, so we can get it, right? So this is a checkbusters connection. Okay, so why can we not do? Oh, it needs. Now I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand. I'm sorry. So we actually need to have this connection over here. Not like this, like that. Right, this thing needs to be a function. Right, but therefore we don't need this. And yank around parens and find the column, paste it over there. That, and there we go, everybody's happy. All right, so we don't need the cats. Let's sort this stuff. Okay. So so I was right, we actually did end up needing the logger. Usually, like when I design my own applications, I put the logger in the core, and it's like my own trait. and therefore I can use it in the core as well. Because like right now, so if you look at a build, right, and we have over here, we have the logger, right? And by the way, we kind of probably don't need this one, but we did end up needing that one, right? So this one is from org type level log for cats. So yeah, so it's from log for cats. So this one we need. This one probably don't need. So the point that I was trying to make is that we're using log for cats, and I don't want to like another library just to use logging. But on the other hand, what's the big deal? You know, we're already pulling a bunch of stuff in the core, right? We're already putting like all of that stuff. You know, so not such a big deal. In any case, so we can now like extract this thing. Okay, and remove like all of that stuff, I guess, all of that stuff, right? That's all we need. And find out, apply my macro, save here as well. We should be able to get rid of that thing, right? Save here. We don't need like that thing, we don't need that thing. Find out, do that. And over here we need this and this and that and that. Like, what do we need? Oh, too much. There we go. This is like still like a lot. Okay, but yeah, like at least, yeah. Okay, so we also don't need these guys. All right. I'm just thinking that, you know, we're never going to, what does it actually do again? I totally forgot. Select version connected to, okay, so it just tries like to do like a random select. Okay. We're never going to fake it. Maybe we will. Like, here's the thing, like, let's say you run the, do we use flyway or something like this? Flyway, what's the other one called? Do we have like any migrations? Do we have like anything? CI, stale, merge file? No. Like the thing is that, like, let's say you run the tests, you would need to make sure that the test database also has like this thing. Oh, this is not a table. This is some Postgres thing, right? Yeah, so we're never gonna fake it, and therefore it's totally fine that we're using it implicitly like this, right? Because like I subscribe to this philosophy as well that you should only use things implicitly that have only one instance, right? This philosophy kind of comes like from Haskell. Otherwise, like inject it like normally, and then, you know, if you want to like have another implementation in your test, for example, then you can just inject it normally without like having implicits flying around. All right. C.password.value. Is this correct? Password wants just a string. Yeah. Password is now a non-empty string. Yeah, so there's no need to have it as a value. By the way, it's just a personal preference, but I like to do this. And for this, we need to import cat syntax all. You know, like even like in terms of like the syntax highlighting scheme, it doesn't it doesn't like steal our attention away. Also, let's have a summoner for this guy. Put him down. So like this, and if we have check Postgres, come on, autocomplete this for me, please. Postgres connection, and then we're going to give a check Postgres connection for F, and we're gonna do this implicitly. Okay, and therefore we don't need to do this thing. It's a little bit shorter. All right, I'm kind of happy with how far we got. We did like 1.5 hours. I kind of want to have like a break or something. So let's do like a Q&A or something for a bit. Let's see how many of you guys are even here. 3. We lost one of you. Yeah. I actually have a Stream Deck, and it has a viewers thing. In fact, I can show it too. Let's try to fix some fun stuff. Let me check one thing. I want to switch to my phone so that I can show you my Stream Deck. I'm not even sure if this is necessary. Hold on. Yeah, it's unnecessary. We can just go like this. So I have like a, if you guys are not content creators, there's a thing called a Stream Deck, which is just a device, a USB device with a bunch of buttons. Mine has like 32 buttons. So like if I press something, like for example this one, it will switch to another scene. I can actually press it here. I thought I can. Hold on. Can I like... I thought I can like actually like run it. No, I actually have to press it. So, and anyway, like if I actually press it, you know, the scene changes, right? So one of them is like this viewers thing that I kind of like wanted to fix, because like I wanted to like see how many viewers I have, like without like switching to like this screen and like seeing you. But for some reason it doesn't show anything. Like when I press it, it just says like something went wrong, and I don't know why. So I'm going to delete it, and I'm gonna go over here, put it back. Yes, title viewers, and let's see, press it, nothing happens. Nothing is happening. I believe I can go to like accounts and see if it's, yeah, it's all good. I don't know why it doesn't work. Anyhow, do you guys have any questions? I'm not sure if I'm going to continue writing code today, because we kind of reached like a milestone, and I don't think that we can do much. Let's see how I feel like. Maybe we can create like the same thing for like the HTTP layer, and at least like create this route that calls like these things. We might need like authentication. I don't remember if these routes are protected or not. So we need to find like users and see where it's like called. So this one, find. Okay, authentication. Okay, it's a thing that wants like this and wants like all of this other stuff. Like this is one of those things that I haven't decided yet. Like why should like your HTTP layer know that you're using Redis? Right, like when you say like users.create, like why doesn't it just also return you the token? Right? Because like this way, you know, if we go to like users.create, and remember this is not our implementation. In our implementation we have a gate, right? And in our gate we'll just say like, you know, go freaking create it. And in our gate, well, the implementation of the gate will be like two things. It will be Postgres and Redis, and it will create it and it will, you know, give us like two of those things. So instead of returning like an option of user with password, we're going to return an option of user with password, like some tuple or some case class, like user with password and a token, right? This is probably what we're going to do tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, so do you guys have any questions about this whole thing? Let me know, like, do you use like, do you use tagless final? Do you use tagless final at work? Like, who are you guys? Like, do you, like, is this like too fast what I'm doing? Is it too slow because you already know all of that stuff? I'm especially curious where you are, because it's kind of late. Like I'm in Brazil, it's almost 9 p.m. Sorry. I'm always assuming that you guys are in the US, but like every time like I ask, like people say that there's like in Europe and it's the middle of the night. So yeah. If I don't hear any questions in the next 60 seconds, then this is gonna be it for tonight. Let's see. Oh, thank you, man. Where are you? Tell us about yourself. And when I say us, it's like me and some other guy or girl. All right. Oh, actually, we changed Scala FMT. We actually should run like test or something. Oh no. Project root test, because I think it will run Scala FMT on the whole code base, and yeah. In fact, like this is a forked thing now, so we might as well like push it. You're in Australia. Wow. Which city and what time is it? Okay, so whenever I run my aliases, I'm gonna show them to you. So like I have a commit called work in progress, which basically just like shoves everything in there, and I want to like, and right now I have like changes, right, and I just want to shove them into the same commit, and so I can just do gcat, right? So it's gonna like git add all and git commit, amend, no edit, no verify, just like, bam. Now it's all in there, and I can just push this branch. It's gonna push it to my repository, right? Yeah, so it's whoa, why is it so huge? Oh yeah, so it opened up like the pull requesting. Yeah. Yeah, so this is what we did so far, just like created a bunch of new things. Creating a bunch of new things and just changing the build. All right, so we have a UK guy and an Australian guy. I've actually been to, well, obviously I've been to UK. I lived in Germany for many years. But I've been to Melbourne. I've been to Sydney. Been to, what's it called? A bit north in the East Coast. the rainforest stuff. Small city. Where a bunch of tourists go. Super small. Cairns? Cairns. I think it's Cairns. Yeah. I have a super adorable picture from Cairns. Let me think real quick how I can find it. Let me actually try to find it. So I'm gonna switch to like cam so that you only see me, so that you don't see like where I'm searching. Because I'm gonna like go and search through all of my pictures, right? All right, I got it. Hold up. Yeah, Cairns. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna save it on my desktop. Okay. Are you guys ready for something adorable as hell? All right. All right. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1. What do you think? Is this the most adorable thing that you've ever seen? It was so hilarious, you know, like this was like in a tiny zoo in Cairns, and apparently there are like regulations, like very strict regulations, about like how long can you like hold it like in your arms, and so they like literally give it to you, and they take a picture, and they like rip it out of your hands again. So I had it in my arms for like in my hands for like 5 seconds, like 10 seconds, and that's it. Like I couldn't pat it. I couldn't do anything. And this picture is, oh Jesus, like 80 years old. Yeah, I still look the same. I'm like Keanu Reeves. You're breathtaking. Anyway, it's getting late. We're not doing anything special. What's that? Interesting. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna like wrap it up, and yeah. All right, it was cool. The change set is pushed if you guys want to see it. It's like here, but you know, like we haven't changed like too much. We just like copy pasted like new things. I don't have a schedule, and usually, like I've been doing YouTube for 5 years, so I have weekly videos. Like usually they come out on well, depending on your time zone, they come out on Sunday at like midnight UTC. I skipped a couple of them. Like a bunch of things are happening in my life right now, actually very good things, but they take time, and so I skipped a couple of them. But the community kind of helped me out, was you know, with some Patreon stuff, and so I hired a couple of editors, so I'm sort of back on track with the videos. However, when it comes to streams, I have only so if you go to live.devinside.com, you're gonna see like a playlist that it's a public playlist. In fact, if you go to my channel, then at the very bottom, you're gonna see the same playlist essentially here. Or if you go to like live.devinside.com, you're gonna see this. And so you see like basically I streamed once like almost a year ago here, and then like when I made this video where I basically said like, hey guys, like I can't maintain the schedule anymore unless you help me out, and people did, and so I did like this thank you stream. So yesterday was actually the first time that I streamed like code stuff, because these ones were just they were like this, you know, they were just like Q&A streams where we talked about Scala a lot and stuff, but I have made a couple of videos about, well, actually just one video right now about diamond architecture. It's an architecture that I sort of like coined. Here, this one, diamond architecture. And I already recorded the second one, which is going to come out this weekend. And in that one, I said that I'm going to try to like take a nap and rewrite it to this diamond architecture. And so I think it's going to take us like 5 days. So this is already the second day. So I streamed it yesterday, basically after work. Like I'm in Brazil right now. Like as you can see, it's 9:05 p.m. So like after work, like around 6 or 7, I just streamed for a couple of hours yesterday. I plan to do the same thing today, and I kind of have been streaming for 1 hour and 48 minutes. And I'm planning to do this every day for like 5 days. And then like at the end of the 5th day, like on Friday, we're gonna see like if it looks like it's happening, then I might continue streaming like next week as well. If not, we're just gonna abort this project. And so to answer your question about the schedule, eventually I want to stream regularly. I really love streaming. I kind of love the streaming community. Like I enjoy like watching streams, and like when I'm doing the streams, like I feel like the same kind of enjoyment. I don't know why, it's fun. I'm currently on the laptop. Like one day I'm gonna build a computer, and maybe we'll a desktop computer, and maybe we'll be able to even like play games and stuff. But for now, it's just this. So no schedule, and even this thing is like sort of temporarily. Yeah. Very lengthy answer. I'm actually kind of curious, like how did you stumble on the stream? Like did YouTube recommend it, or how did it happen? By the way, hit the like button. It's gonna help like the algorithm and stuff, and maybe somebody else will stumble on the stream as well. Actually, let me check if that thing is working. Huh, to both of you? Interesting. See, like I follow a couple of content creators who are creating content for other content creators, and one of them is called Harris Heller, and he's like a streaming content creation guru and stuff, and he always says that like basically for new streamers there's no point in streaming on Twitch because there's no discoverability. Like whenever you go like on Twitch side, you see like the top level streamers right at the top, and like at the very bottom you see like the small streamers. So now I'm like pleasantly surprised that like both of you stumbled on the stream, that YouTube just like went and recommended it to you. That's really cool. Oh, look at that, 9 more minutes and we have 2 hours. So I'm gonna wait until we have 2 hours because I kind of wanted to stream for 2 hours. Trying to think if we can do something fun. I don't think we can. I have this fun button that turns the matrix off. Fun stuff. That's why you're here. That's some high quality production stuff. Only one of you left. I realize you use Windows. Is Windows any good? I'm kind of forced. I'm kind of forced to use Windows. Like I've been a digital nomad for the last couple of years, and so I could only use one operating system. And like a lot of these like gadgets and stuff, they just they've been made for streamers, and most streamers are gaming streamers, and so it's Windows. When I'm gonna build my desktop computer, I'm constantly like thinking what I'm gonna do. Like, I would love to run something like NixOS. but I might not be able to. I'll see, because maybe then I like I would need to do some like dual PC streaming, stream from a laptop, and then the desktop that runs NixOS would come in like as a capture card, from a capture card. So maybe, but I haven't decided yet, because the thing is that like you can like complain about Windows all day long, but at the end of the day it works. It just it's annoying sometimes, and like these updates and like their policy and whatever is like, it's annoying, but it works. Like everything you throw at it, it works. Like you sometimes like suffer through it, but at the end of the day it works, so yeah, that's just the status quo, especially when it comes to hardware. Like I know a lot of people who use Mac, not because they love Mac or whatever. It's just hardware support, like they would love to use Linux, but things just don't work, especially like Bluetooth and stuff. And it's 2022. Things got much better, but still. Yeah, and especially now with these like M1 chips. It's really, yeah, like I've never used Macs, but like with these M1 chips, I'm kind of like deciding all the time. So I don't know. Like there's this guy from, I believe, HashiCorp. I don't remember his name. Like he runs Mac, but he doesn't do anything on the Mac. Like the only thing he does is like he creates a VM and he runs NixOS inside. That's all he does. So he just uses Macs for hardware, and he doesn't even like flash a new ROM on it. He just like goes into a VM. So I considered that as well. So getting like one of those like what do they call it, Mac Studios, and using some like NixOS in the VM, and then throwing all of that via a capture card to this laptop and streaming from there. I'm still thinking about this option. Yeah. Okay, like which ones? Like what's the compatibility issue? Do you mean like this Rosetta stuff, or do you mean like some hardware doesn't work? Yeah, exactly. I haven't tried Windows 11. Like the things that like you've seen, like I'm using like all the coding that we did today, it was inside of WSL, right? It was just Ubuntu WSL, and I run Nix inside, right? So not the NixOS, just the Nix package manager. Oh yeah, so you're getting the studio? Yeah. So what do you run inside of the VM? Do you run something like Nix, or what do you run inside of the VM? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so Kevin, so you have like one of the older Macs, right? And like is the Studio your first M1 chip? Yeah, Ubuntu. It's like Ubuntu is like the same thing as Windows, right? Like people can complain about, oh, it's just Ubuntu, blah blah blah, but it just works. Like, why are people always like so aggressive about things? It just works, you know. Wait, hold on. I thought, okay, so you're on like two VMs, okay? So you're on the Mac, and you have two VMs. One is Ubuntu, the other one is Windows 11. Oh, nice, Kevin. Yeah, so you're doing exactly what I was talking about, right? So you have Nix inside a VM on and then like soon on the M1 chip. Yeah, I'm sure it's amazing. Like I'm really thinking about doing that. Like the only thing that prevents me from doing that is that like if I already have like such an expensive computer, like I might as well game on it. And then we're back at okay, well it's Apple. You know, so a lot of games run, but not all of them. And this is like again like Windows is like the status quo. Like whatever you throw at it, you might suffer through it or whatever, but it just works. You know, you can hate the company, you can hate their policies, you can hate like the fact that it doesn't have like a proper shell or whatever, but at the end of the day it just works. It just runs everything you throw at it. Never heard about it. Paralysis. Hi Eric. You guys are showing up at the end. We're almost over in this like 2-hour stream. Okay. Okay, like I'm in Brazil, but I need English. Run Windows on a Mac. Ooh, I don't like that song. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a PS person. I would love to play the Spider-Man game that you guys have there, but that's about it. Interesting. Never heard about it. Yeah. All right, guys. So we made it like 2 hours. Yeah, that's another thing. Like you're just kind of like used to it. Like I don't mind. Like on one hand, I don't want to be like locked into the Mac ecosystem, but on the other hand, I'm like, yeah, whatever. All really successful companies do it these days. So I don't know. By the way, since you're on a Mac, I discovered a couple of days ago a fun thingy. I have no idea how it's called though. I think it's called Draw or something like this. Draw Terminal Mac. I saw a tweet someday. There's like a new like a re-envisioned terminal thing. It's a like brand new thing. Or the Draw. Okay, reimagined terminal for Mac. Not Warp, this one. Have you guys seen this one? So it's in Rust, so it's fast, and see it has like fancy like auto completion and stuff like this. So right now it's only for Mac. So if you want, you can try it and let me know next time. Apparently, like if you see this thing at the top, whoops, too much. They raised 17 million Series A to build a better terminal. So if you guys want to create your own startups and you're searching for ideas, your ideas don't have to be phenomenal. Like if they can get like 17 mil to build a freaking terminal, yeah. But yeah, like I watched this demo. It looked like fun. Yeah, I use Tmux as well. Like I use Biobu, which is a wrapper. Where's my thingy? Yeah. So like this is essentially Tmux, right? This is Biobu, which is a wrapper for Tmux and or Screen, but I use it was Tmux. Let's actually close this thing. Yeah, so let's wrap this up. I see you guys tomorrow if everything goes well. You never know; these things are, you know, live. So yeah. Did I close the studio? I didn't. It's over here. All right, so I can close this one. Yeah, anyways, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. And thanks for hanging out. And I'm glad that YouTube recommended it to you guys. And don't forget to hit the like button. Maybe it's going to be recommended to somebody else as well. And yeah, see you tomorrow.